Not warming up before you play can really lead to some bad circumstances. Tendonitis and carpal tunnel syndrome are really common injuries among guitarists, and at worst can actually stop you playing guitar forever. Believe it or not, we actually use so many different muscles when we're playing guitar, from the neck, the shoulders and the back. So it's just as important to warm up these parts of our body too. We're athletes in a way. You don't see athletes getting changed into their gear, get onto the track and then just start sprinting. They have this whole warm-up procedure which they do all the time to get all their muscles in their body ready. Otherwise, what will happen? They're just going to get injured. So we should be doing exactly the same thing. We need to think of ourselves as athletes. Today I'm going to show you 10 different exercises to get your whole body nice and warm. I'll also give you some lifestyle tips which will also increase blood flow, beat stress, beat anxiety, which will then reduce the tension in your body. Roll your neck around in circles. It might be best to start off with small circles and build into bigger ones. You want to aim for 5 to 10 rolls one direction and then switch. These are really good to keep your neck flexible, and with the lifestyle tips I'll give you later will help massively reduce the chance of neck strain. Shoulder rolls are great to warm up those muscles before a playing session. Stand up tall and keep your back straight and focus on rolling the shoulders around in circles. Aim between 5 to 10, switch direction. As guitarists, we sit down a lot, and most of us do not sit correctly as we hunch over, which results in tension in upper back, neck and shoulders. So these exercises will really combat these. Lift up your arm towards the sky and bend at the elbow until it's behind your head. Slowly bring your other arm round behind your back and then bend the elbow up toward the ceiling to then touch your other hand. Hold this for about 15 to 30 seconds and then swap sides. Bring your arm across your chest, and with the other arm, bend the elbow and push against the arm that's across the chest, near the elbow. Hold this for about 15 to 30 seconds and then swap sides. This is for upper body flexibility, which will reduce shoulder and upper back pain. So place your hands on your hips, pull your shoulders back and feel your shoulder blades push together. Chest out. Try and keep your back straight and your arms out. Hold this for 30 seconds and tighten up those abs. This is another posture correcting exercise, and we are training our shoulders to stay back rather than collapsing forward when we play. This one took a while to get, but I love doing this in the morning when I wake up. Keeping your elbows close by your side, we swing one arm round anti-clockwise and the other follows clockwise. This can be tricky when you first try it, but it shouldn't take too long. Do this 10 times and then repeat the opposite way. This is great for your elbow flexibility and sending blood flow towards those fingertips. Pull up your sleeves and then simply using the other arm, massage your forearm with the opposite hand. This should feel really nice, and the great thing, it's a free massage. Great to get the blood flowing toward those fingers again and to iron out any tight spots to reduce tension. If you try this in the morning, I hope you don't wake anyone up with all the clicks your wrists will make. It certainly wakes them up ready to play the guitar. Do about 10 clockwise and then 10 anti-clockwise. Wrist stretches are definitely my favourite exercise. I'm really stiff in the wrist, so I need to do these daily. Hold out your arms completely straight and then bend at your wrist towards the ceiling, like you're pushing a wall. Hold this for 30 seconds, making sure your arms are completely straight. Then repeat, but facing downwards. You should feel a nice stretch on the forearm. Then you can give your wrist a nice shake out at the end. If you have no time to warm up your hands, you can either dunk them in warm water, or I would personally use this, which is the hand massage. With your opposite thumb, push from the base of the palm out toward the base of each finger. You need to push down relatively hard, and it should feel like you're ironing out any sore points in your palm. Then massage each finger from the base up to the tip. Here we're getting all the blood into the fingertips. Do this a couple of times per finger and then switch hands. Start with your hand out like you're giving someone a handshake and then stick out your thumb. Then support the base of the thumb with the opposite hand and then gently push it towards one side. You should feel a nice stretch where normally you might get cramp playing chords, especially bar chords. Hold for 15 seconds and then switch hands. Here is a summary of all the exercises we did and then the reps. Please take a screenshot of this before we move on to the lifestyle tips, and I'll also put it up for my Patreon supporters. If you're interested in that, there's a link in the description. And now we're going to move on to some lifestyle tips. Now, breathing plays a huge role in so much. Now, obviously we all know how to breathe. We have to breathe to stay alive. However, breathing is such an important thing when it comes to beating stress, beating anxiety, and helps with blood flow, believe it or not. So what we're going to do here, we need to actually learn how to breathe properly, and so many of us don't. So we need to breathe in through the nose for about 4 seconds, and we need to fill our diaphragm. And then we need to breathe out through our mouth for about 8 seconds. And if you repeat this a few times and keep aware that you're doing this throughout the day, you know, stop yourself and just be thinking about how you're breathing. And if you just do this, it really just calms you down. So meditation, I've been doing it for a while now, and I've just been doing it for about 5 minutes every day. It's not a long time, and it really helps beat any stress and anxiety. Afterwards, I just feel absolutely great. So there's loads of videos on how to meditate, but very quickly, if you're unaware, all we do is we need to sit down comfortably. You can sit in this sort of yoga position, or you can just sit down on a chair or on a sofa. But you just want to be able to close your eyes and just really focus on your breathing, and any thoughts that come into your head, you want to try and push them away and just really focus on your breathing. So actually you can meditate whilst practicing the breathing exercises that we just went through, and that means you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So point number 3 is just we're working on our hands now and trying to build up some exercises to strengthen our hands. So we need to grab some balls. So you can grab a tennis ball or a stress ball, and what you want to do is just grab it, hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then release. And then you can do that on each hand 2 to 3 times. And that's, again, that really warms up your muscles in your hands. And now on to point number 4. This is all about keeping hydrated. So drinking plenty of water, trying to decrease the amount of caffeine we're having, so teas and coffees. Caffeine can be a cause for cold hands, so reducing it to 1 to 2 cups a day or none would be really helpful. Regular exercise is the best thing you can do to get your hands warm, and all the other benefits it does to your mental and physical health. After 30 minutes of exercise, your hands should be absolutely roasting. Now I just do this in the morning, and that really sets me up for the day, and I haven't been injured for so long. So really a great way to start our day. So no one really talks about this as guitar players, and I think it's so important. Now I bet you're absolutely itching to get onto the guitar. Now I suggest you watch this next video up here, and this is about getting our hands ready for our practice, for our performance, for our, for a recording session, whatever we're doing. It's about getting our hands coordinated, warming up our fingers, and working on 10 different techniques that I think you'll be surprised, even those advanced players out there, which ones you're not doing and how helpful they're going to be, just simply from watching this video. So go and check that out right now, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.